This image, this picture, what a bizarre, strange coincidence. He was in it. It was an old picture that portrayed him and his father and mother. It was he when he was a kid, his parents playing with him. It was such a lovely picture. He must have been maybe 6 or 7 years old. What a strange coincidence. Why was that picture there? And the expression of them. They all looked so happy, back then when life for them was simpler, easier. This cabin, had they stayed here before in one of their journeys? Or how come was this picture there? Little by little, a small memory of what had been started to come back to his mind. It didn't quite tell him what this cabin was, but it told him something else. It told him about the beauty of his childhood, about the beauty of his life when he was with both his parents. Things were far different from what they were later on. In those times, all he had to do was smile and try to make his parents happy. He would cry and whine, sometimes as well, but that was just part of the same plan, to bring happiness to them. He suddenly remembered the breath of his mother and his forehead, and the strong hug of his father, and so much joy, oh, so much. They had lived very happy times indeed. They had had so much luck. He especially had been a lucky one. After having this memory coming back to his mind, he started thinking and feeling how things had changed in recent times, and in not so recent times too. It had been a long time since he had smiled and since he last felt completely happy. What had happened? Well, now he could start to understand what had happened. His parents were gone now. They had left. They had taken another journey on which he couldn't take part in. That was what had happened to the kingdom. The kings had left. Although he knew that this was meant to happen, his parents had warned him about this. They told him he would once have to take care of the kingdom on his own, that he would once have to make everything flourish again and make it even better, or at least tried hard to. Then, had this all been some kind of sign sent from above, this whole quest to conquer? And had this cabin been there in their way just by coincidence? Most likely not. So King Yubi took the picture and put it in his pocket. Then he decided he would go to bed. King Yubi thought that night. He thought a lot. He remembered many things that his parents had taught him, and many things that he had learned from them. He remembered how much love there had been between his parents, how his mother loved his father, and how he loved her in return. There had been a time when they were so much in love they would have carried on with anything. He then saw how the kingdom had been created, and with which purpose. It had been created by love, with the purpose of bringing more love to the world, or maybe as an announcement, as a sign to send that showed that love could thrive, love could flourish, love could create and love and love. He knew what he had to do now. He had to find love. He had to bring it back somehow. He had buried it deep somewhere in his parents when his parents were gone. Now he had to unbury it and spread it back in the kingdom. The only thing he had to keep in mind all the time was this, that the kingdom had been made out of love, and it would only flourish with love and time. King Yubi would take the picture with him to the castle and display it somewhere high, where he could see it every day, and he could remember his parents and the love they had had for the kingdom, for each other, and for him. The kingdom they had built for him, or let's just call it life, was what his parents had left for him, wanting him to live it, wanting him to enjoy it, wanting him to flourish in it, wanting him to do all these things they wish they had done, and not to do all the things they wish they hadn't done. Life was a gift. It had been a gift for him. They gave that to him happily.